You are locked into the Red and Blue Rivalry podcast, the podcast where we talk all things San Francisco 49ers and Dallas Cowboys.
My name is Eric Hernandez, and I'm repping the faithful.
And I am Philip Enriquez, representing for America's team.
And speaking of America's team, after 3 great weeks and 3 not-so-great weeks, they find themselves 3-3 in the standings, and while the loss of the Jets may feel like a kick in the crotch, the game that matters is the game this week against the Philadelphia Eagles on Sunday Night Football.
So the Eagles are also coming into this ball game at 3-3. The Eagles are also underperforming from preseason expectations. So it's a battle of 2 underachieving teams that are trying to get the first step ahead to the race that is winning the NFC East title. And the thing is that the Philadelphia Eagles, you know, for as bad as we looked against the Jets, the Eagles didn't look any better. They lost to Kirk Cousins 38-20. They made Kirk Cousins look like a genius behind center. Kirk Cousins threw for 333 yards, 4 touchdown passes on a 76% completion rate. So he was just having his way with the once vaunted Philadelphia Eagles defense. So the Cowboys defense is struggling, but so is the Eagles. And I think it's really funny that I bring that up because as much as the Cowboys are struggling, the Eagles are having those exact same struggles when you look at it.
Yeah, I agree. The Eagles and Cowboys, I mean, people were expecting them to be 6-0, 7-0, 6, really top of the, not just the NFC East, but in the NFC in total. And reality's kind of kicked them really hard on both teams, and they still kind of both have the same issues, which is their identity. I mean, when I look at Philly, everything looks difficult for Carson Wentz. It doesn't feel like anything's drawn up to help him. They're always in 3rd and 7s. Like, he'll miss a throw. They'll get stuffed on 1st down or vice versa on 2nd down. And he has to make these great throws. Now, he can do it. He's a great quarterback and a great athlete. So he'll make some amazing throws, but nothing ever feels like it's schemed up for them. Their running game is spotty, and their defense just cannot put pressure or cover right now. So you look at them, and then, man, you can almost say the same thing about Dallas. So these 2 teams are really kind of trying to find themselves in the middle of the season. What gives you hope that Dallas can figure it out?
I think where they have the advantage is if Amari Cooper's playing. I said earlier, I'll pick the Cowboys to win this game if Amari Cooper's able to play and perform. If he's not, I'm going to give the edge to the Eagles. So I have to hope that Amari can make it back, you know, feel healthy, get healthy, and perform, because I think that's the biggest difference. Because when I look everywhere else across the board, like I was saying, it's a lot of the same. The Eagles' offense is starting games off just as slow as the Dallas Cowboys are in the first quarter. The Eagles, they failed to score 14 points in their last 22 games in the first quarter. So they have not scored 14 points. They've only scored 14 points twice. I mean, they're barely putting up points in the first quarter. Slow starts. Defense isn't playing from ahead, which is the way they're built, much like the Cowboys. I'm telling you, man, it's a lot of the same. You look at a lot of the injuries that the Eagles have in the defensive backfield. Darby, they're hoping to get him back for the game, and they're playing with guys that either I haven't even heard of, and they're in my own division, and a guy named Orlando Scandrick, who was a starter for the Cowboys about 5-6 years ago. So it's pretty bad right now. It's really bad, you know. And Stephon Diggs last week, I mean, he lit this team up, man. He lit this team up. So that's why I'm saying I really hope Amari can play. And if not, then I got to hope that Michael Gallup will truly be that 1A.
Yeah, I mean, the issue that's going to come across is, like, who's going to get their offense on track first is probably going to be the answer to who wins this game. And another thing is, you know, I remember 2 years ago when Philadelphia was just this great run from the gun team. You know, you had Jay Ajayi, you had LeGarrette Blount, and they would just set up in the shotgun right next to Wentz, and they would just run downfield on you and set up play action. And they don't have that anymore.
They don't do that anymore. Yeah, I mean, Jordan Howard had a good game against Green Bay, and they won that game. That was maybe their only impressive win of the season thus far, because they got the running game going. But outside of that, they really haven't had that run game that is necessary for this offense to really, you know, go to the next level. I believe that these games are won in the trenches on the offensive line and the defensive line. You look at Philadelphia's defensive line, and Timmy Jernigan's out. He's another player I've always liked, even coming out of college. They're missing Malik Jackson.
Yeah,
he's out for the season, I believe. So, you know, they're missing some of their key guys on the line. we're missing some of our key guys on the line, or either our key guys are underperforming. So again, it's just which one of these two teams is going to wake out of the funk.
Yeah. And then you're coming in with injuries to your offensive line. Both tackles, they're not going to be playing. And, I mean, that does hamper your running game a little bit. It really forces you to kind of run in the middle because the edges are sealed. And then it comes to, like, Zeke Elliott. Can he kind of – and this is where it's got to be a big Zeke game. I think that if the Cowboys are going to win, I think that you can't bet on – even if a Cooper's plays, how healthy is he going to be? How fresh is he going to be? Because Amari Cooper's one thing that I kind of see is that whenever he's hurt – I mean, all the things that people used to say about him when he was in Oakland kind of come to fruition. It's not, drops. It happens. I think if he's hurt and hobbled, he's not as great at what he does best, which is a route runner, cutting, creating separation. He's there, which draws coverage and would help the rest of the receivers. But I think if Dallas is going to win, Dallas is going to win on the back of Ezekiel Elliott this game. I think that if Dallas wants to fix their team in this thing, they line up the way they used to, and they run between center and right guard, and they go down the pipe on them, and that's how they're able to, A, stay on the field and score and keep the Eagles' offense off the field and slower than it should be, and B, keep your own defense off so that he doesn't get enough rings.
Yeah, that's key, because that would be reestablishing, and we're going back to that term again and again this week, but identity. That old school identity. Which one of these teams is going to find their old school identity? Both these teams have a lot of injuries on the line. Zach Martin's nursing it back. I talked about that. Travis Frederick, I don't know if he's 100% from the Guillain-Barré syndrome. We said Connor Williams is going to Connor Williams.
Yep.
The tackles are missing. More than likely, they'll be out again this week. But again, it's just a matter of who's going to stop with the excuses and who's really going to get the job done. And like I said, if Amari Cooper plays, I give the edge to Dallas. But if Amari Cooper's not there, man, I think this is a 50-50 thing, and I wouldn't be surprised if Philly can pull this thing off.
Really? I think Dallas kind of my prediction really quick is that Dallas finds a way on the back of Ezekiel Elliott. But my question is this for you, just to kind of go off. What kind of game do you picture kind of going through if Dallas does win, if Cooper's healthy? Like, how do you see them winning the game?
I think it's important, too, like you're saying, to establish the run early on, but also make sure that you're keeping the Eagles' offense off the field, because I don't trust this defense right now. I don't trust this defense at all. So, yeah, I think establishing the run is the key, but Amari Cooper is the one that's going to make them pay with the big play action passes and really make the huge difference in the game.